And they will ring him down a couple yards shy of the 30. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
At the 27-yard line.
Stroud to throw it. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Here we go.
Now Stroud. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Look at this Baltimore defense. And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
He'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
As Stroud now to throw. And this one too low.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Second and 10.
All right.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Naimi Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now, it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10, just shy of the 30. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To throw is Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time on a catch and run. 37 yards.
I'm not sure this is how they had it drawn out on paper, but this is going to work out for them and then some, right? They've got a big chunk they got to pick up. They decide to check it down, and he just turns into a pure athlete and makes a huge play for them.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Ravens at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
And I like the way that this team is winning football games because they're doing it the way that coaches love to preach. Penalties at a minimum because they've been very disciplined, very focused in their business.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Third and 5. Now Jackson. Eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. That's Azeez Al-Shaair getting through for the sack that time. Jackson and the rest of the offense staying put. They will go for it on 4th.
13. Hey.
Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They throw it out complete. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
At the Texans' 2-yard line.
It's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens have taken the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Across the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Stroud looking to throw. This one left side caught by Collins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What do I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Stroud. He finds his rookie wideout from Tennessee. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 22.
First down, Houston.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing now is Stroud. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down, and he was able to get it by playing. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A quick throw here out to Brown. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. De'Ami Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have regained the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. touchdown. Here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. And he is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Baltimore, first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
No, we changed it. Yo.
Throwing is Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting net in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, middle.
Now it's Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here, because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock, because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
13.
Jackson will try and do this himself. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
3 straight incompletions. They don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, report. Report. Yo.
To throw again is Jackson. He'll try to do it himself. Finding Walker complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. Well, the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a couple on what should be the final play of the first half.
At the 7-yard line.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson now. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
We call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Stroud to throw it. And he's got Jordan complete right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
16 yards. And the Texans first down.
Already.
Now Stroud. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Already.
Here's Stroud. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot. Backed up. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Already. 18. That's it.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He'll try to pick it up himself. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
Ravens 14, Texans 10.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And Sanders has got it complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one out to the 35. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
And Stroud now to throw. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 55 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there. A breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Here we go. Let the hot.
Stroud looking to throw.
And it'll be intercepted.
Kai Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Jackson.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll take the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Jackson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
The Ravens send their punter out now. as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And the Texans will take over.
27-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
18, what's up? Hey, south.
Stroud. That's complete. It's Jalen Noel.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, Parker, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Hey, uno. 18, what's up? Why, Tony. 11. Buggy. 19 Texans.
Throwing now is Stroud.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle.
And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning.
Swat. Another swat.
Again, it's Stroud.
They'll set up the screen here to mix it.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Here now, second and goal.
One more. Here we go. 18, what's up?
Stroud.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch it in that spot.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal.
Hey! Tony.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Now Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now a 3rd and 6. Jackson to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here's 1st and 10.
All right. Why, Tony. No.
Now Stroud. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
At the 35-yard line.
All right. 18. What's up? Hey, uno.
Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10.
All right, 19 Texans.
Stroud to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
18. What's up? South.
Stroud back to throw. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
They'll run with Mixon. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Danielle Hunter on the stop. Taken down.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half of the lead, Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Ravens,
they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and the strange. From the outlaw that'll never get tamed. Biscuit beats from the pirate band. Sign this deal with a lobster hand. Freestyle like a bowling pin. Flex these bars on a dolphin fin. Life's too short, but I can't complain. Doing backflips on a candy cane. Ride my scooter with a cape at night. And I'ma high five me a traffic light. I blink twice, then I teleport.